Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. Today in this video we have even more information coming out of Minecon Earth. So during Minecon we had the announcement of the aquatic update which will completely change oceans in Minecraft next year. Now before Minecon happened, I brought you a video explaining to you that Jeb told us we would hear some changes to the combat system. That never happened. Now lucky enough in this video, the cosplay second place from Minecon Earth actually did a Q&A with Jeb and posted it on Reddit. Now this is true because today Jeb posted this in response to the Q&A saying no problem, in the future I'll be more careful when talking off the record with a winky face. Hope you had a safe flight home, because I'm pretty sure those kids were Australian. But let's start before Minecon. The week leading up to Minecon, I brought you a video from this comment from Jeb that says there will be new features that affect combat, yes. What's the announcement during Minecon next week with the winky face? Now during Minecon, the only combat changes that I noticed was the new weapon, which was the trident. But everybody was confused because everyone was expecting even more combat changes. This is going to be happening, just not in the aquatic update. Now if you're interested in the Minecraft future, I recommend watching the whole video, and if you do enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button. It says, sorry Jeb if I got any of this info wrong, just going off memory here. Note, these changes aren't word for word, but it gets the point across. The first question says, what was that mystery fifth mob image, aka Mob E? And Jeb's response was, it was just a mock-up image, it literally meant nothing, and they are referring to the image building up to Minecon. Remember we've seen like that three-headed iron golem looking creature that looked like it had chicken heads? Yeah guys, unfortunately it was nothing, which is kind of sad because me, you, and everybody in the community thought that that meant there was going to be a boss battle. So we were kind of misled there. The next question says, what is the bubble stream things? What do they do? And Jeb's response was, there will be underwater ravines with bubbles coming out of them. If you swim over it with a boat, you will sink. You will also be able to breathe in them and transport items through them. The next one says, do bubbles flow horizontally? Can you transfer items like that question mark? And Jeb's response was, no, it only flows up. So we pretty much knew what we needed to know about the bubble streams. Now this next question is the most important in this Q&A. The question says, I heard about combat changes. What are these changes? Now Jeb said blocking will no longer be with right click. It will be activated by shifting and slash or walking backwards. PvP will not return to 1.8 PvP. Also, the offhand will no longer be able to be used for placing blocks, mining or attacking, etc. It's now only for shields, compasses, maps and items of that nature, but you can still hold any item or block in your offhand. So those were the combat changes that weren't really discussed during Minecon Earth, and that is because this isn't going to be happening in the next update. In fact, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening at all. This is Jeb's new response. Hee hee, wow, this blew up. The offhand discussion. The main thing you forgot to mention was that I said this was not for the update aquatic. But later in the future, I think I talked a lot about it simply because I like it when things work more consistently. E.g. right click always does what you expect. A system like this would even allow us to reintroduce parrying. In any case, nobody is working on this. It has only been discussed in the team twice, once at a workshop in Redmond and once with the team in Stockholm. This is why some comments from the dev team seem so confused, and it didn't help. I was off the grid because of Minecon. Either now the community has spoken and we hear you loud and clear. I'm traveling today, so I will not be able to respond to questions. So basically, Jeb has backtracked and said they will not be changing the combat system, which I think is the right way to go because it took players a long time to get used to it, and then they wanted to limit it for the players. I wouldn't worry about it anyway because it's not happening anytime soon. The next question on the Q&A says, did you see the fix for the ghost blocks? Will you fix it? Answer, yes. We are always trying to fix bugs. I don't know what that's referring. The next question, how big is Mob C? The answer from Jeb, they are very large, around 3 by 3 blocks. Guys, why didn't everyone vote for Mob C? So sad about that. The next question, will there be any loot in the shipwrecks? The answer, yes, there will be chests with treasures in them. The next question, are the corals new blocks? It looks like terracotta. The answer is yes, they are new blocks. The block shown was an old texture. This next one is disappointing about B. Question, will Mob B fly down to you if you are not really high up in the sky? The answer from Jeb is no. For them to attack you, you will have to be high above the ground / sea level. You can't expect to get attacked on the mountains in extreme hill biomes. I'm so sad that everyone voted for Mob B. C sounds so much better. It's a 3x3 monster. Question, you said Mob B attacks in groups. How many will be in a group? 3 or 4 or something? Answer yes. They will fly down in around those numbers. So those are the only questions he asked towards Jeb. But he actually asked some of the other developers a couple of questions. He said Mob C was actually green and grey. He also said that the breath bar will not instantly regen, and we do have coral slabs in the oceans. So that's everything that we got told, and I'm really sad that everyone voted for Mob B because Mob C sounds so much cooler. But I wanted to share this with you. I want to try and keep you all updated with everything Minecon related. A lot of things were talked about, a lot of things were announced, and also a lot of things weren't fully explained. You do have to bear in mind though that Jeb did say during Minecon everything he showed us is definitely subject to change. The gameplay that we've seen was a prototype. Mobs, items, things might do different things over a period of time. But I'm definitely intrigued to find out when we get our first snapshot next year. I've been Echo. Any more questions you have, leave them down below. Have a great day, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!